When I decided I wanted to come to Japan as a teacher, I had so many options to choose from, whether to be an Eikaiwa teacher, ALT, or to work at an international school. And this posed a lot of problems for me. And there was no one to tell me the pros and the cons of each. So don't worry, in this video, I'll be doing that just for you. And welcome to my channel. This is Teach in Japan with Matilda. So, as the title of the video says, I'll be talking about the pros and cons of, each of the three pathways so that you can choose what's best for you. So, let's start by defining what these three paths are. Let's start with Eikaiwa. So if you're an Eikaiwa teacher, it just means that you work after school as well as on weekends. Typically, your week starts from Tuesday to Saturday, and you teach kids, adults, as well as business clients. And you have shorter lessons and smaller classes, which are often clustered around late afternoon and early evening time. And examples of such companies are GABA, Eon, ECC, Peppy Kids Club, and so on and so forth. And if an ALT, an assistant language teacher, it means you work in public schools with Japanese teachers, and you usually can get a job via the program or through dispatch companies like Interact, Altia, and Borderlink. And you also help with lessons, activities, and school events. The last category is international schools. These are what we call private K-12 schools, and they use the British school curriculum, which may be, GCSE or the IB, which is the International Baccalaureate System. And they usually require licensed or experienced teachers. Let's move on to part two. The schedules and lifestyle you'll be leading with each of these options. If you are an Eikaiwa teacher, you will have your afternoons and evenings and your weekends mostly at work. And you usually have 5 to 7 lessons a day, which are shorter, like maybe 30 to 40 minutes long. And there is more customer interaction as you will be talking to, parents as they bring their kids and as they also come to collect them. And if you become an ALT, your work day starts from 8 in the morning and you're done around 4 to 4:30. This is from Monday to Friday, and you have your national holidays off, as well as summer and winter break. Summer break, which being 6 weeks, and winter break being about 2 to 3 weeks off. And there are no evening or weekend classes. Then for international schools, you have normal work hours, just like ALTs, but you do have to attend things like open day. You also have parent teacher night, and you might have to take extracurricular duties such as, helping kids at an after school program like, club sporting events and the other things. And this environment is also more structured as it is a more formal environment. Then the next thing we're going to talk about is the pay and benefits. If you join ALTs via the JET program, you will get paid, per annum. Salary ranges from 4 to 4.3 million yen per year. That's per annum. If you didn't know what per annum means, don't teach. I'm joking. And you also get paid holidays, and your airfare is paid for, and they also help out with pension. But if you come via dispatch, the salary is a little bit lower, where your salary starts at, a low 2.4 million yen to 3 million yen per year. But then it's an easier entry job, and there are fewer perks. For Eikaiwa, it's slightly higher. Salary starts from 3 million to 3.3 million yen. And they also offer some housing assistance as well as insurance support. With international schools, that's where the money is at. Salary starts from 3.6 to 7.2 million yen per year. And they have better benefits, and they also offer relocation support. So even if you're moving from another country, they'll most likely pay for your relocation, even for your family. And let's look at their hiring windows and how to apply. If you're going to come via JET, you need to apply almost a year ahead, as there is a lot of competition for the JET program. But unfortunately for my African friends and family, I think only South Africa is the only country which qualifies for JET. So for everyone else, we can forget and smile. Then the other option is coming for ALT via dispatch. You can apply all year round, but they have big, intakes around April and September. For Eikaiwa, it's all year round hiring with more, uptakes around March and August. And they also often require a demo lesson, which means demonstration lesson or video sample. So you need to prepare for that. And then in international schools, they usually hire in late fall and winter, which is October, November, December for the next school year. And they have multiple interviews and credential checks. So you have to be prepared to constantly being online, and they need a lot of formal checks to see if you qualify for the job. Now let's move on to the qualifications and who they're looking for. For you to qualify to be a JET teacher, to come via JET as an ALT or a dispatch company, this is for both JET and dispatch. You need a bachelor's degree in any field, strong English, and adaptability, as you most likely be placed in a rural setting. And they also do not require any teaching license. It's not a must. For Eikaiwa, it's the same. They need a bachelor's degree in any field. You can get TEFL and TESOL if you want to. It's not a must, but it is something which can help boost your chances of getting the job. And they need someone who is super energetic and very customer friendly. As I mentioned before, there'll be a lot of customer interactions. And then for international schools, they definitely need a teaching license or certificate. And it would be good if you could get subject expertise, as you will most likely have full autonomy of your classes, which means you have to know you have to know the subject you're teaching. You're not just assisting in language, you're actually teaching the subject. And you have to be comfortable with a formal environment. So now we're about to wrap up the video. Let's put a list of pros and cons for each of the three options. Let's start with ALTs. Definitely your first pro is that you have normal school hours. You get your national holidays off, and you get summer and winter break off as well. And there's a strong sense of community amongst ALTs, and they have stable pay. But the cons are you are limited to zero autonomy of the lesson because you are just assisting. I know of many ALTs who have never taught a lesson a day in their life in Japan. They just help the Japanese teacher. And if you join via dispatch, the salary is on the lower side, as dispatch companies are known not to pay during summer and winter break. And yeah, rural placements, you're most likely going to be in a small town somewhere in the mountains of Japan. Then for Eikaiwa, the pros are all year round hiring, smaller classes which are more manageable, and city placements. But the cons are you work nighttime and weekends. And that's when everyone is free. And you might have to do some sales, some sales pitches to get customers to join. And it's a very fast-paced environment. And the last category is the international schools. For international schools, they have higher pay and there's better career growth, strong benefits. And the cons are that the entry bar is very high and you get more responsibilities as you might have to teach students on the side things like sport and clubs. So this should be enough to help you make a decision on what's best for you. So because we have covered schedules, pay, and expectations. So, in all these three that we've discussed, it's easy for you to see where you can fit in better. But if you're someone who wants structure, good hours, and good entry pay, definitely go for JIT. If you want quick hiring and flexible location, go for Dispatch ALT. If you're comfortable working on weekends and nighttime, Eikaiwa is yours. And if you want something, top dollar and you want a more formal and a place where you can grow in terms of a career, definitely go for international schools. Thank you so much for watching my video. My name is Matilda and the channel name is Teach in Japan with Matilda. Please give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Also, just just press the notification bell so that next time I post a video, you're notified. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.